Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here with more Haikyuu, not Haiku, Haikyuu. Another episode of Haikyuu. Last time on Haikyuu, the training camp has finally begun. We were introduced to some very interesting new teams. I'm not sure if we'll be following or we'll be seeing a focus on any of those teams, similar to what we did with Alba Josai. There's no connection really. We know Kageyama actually had history with them, but I don't think we have a similar situation with this team. Maybe Nekoma, but we were introduced to some other teams that focus on things like combination attacks, and specializing in serves and so on. So one in particular was a team with one of the aces that's the top 5 in the prefecture. That's very interesting. One of the weird black and white hair. So hopefully we'll get to see more of those teams. Our duo arrived late because they had to do sort of a makeup exam, but the beautiful Psycho got them there on time. So our Karasuno overall wasn't doing well. They still technically weren't doing that great, even with Kageyama and Hinata arriving, but that's what they're there for, to learn and from their mistakes to learn what works and what doesn't work. So I'm hoping we'll see a lot more of that, especially with the rivalry between Hinata and Lev Haiba now. So that I'm excited to see. So let's get into it. Yeah, we didn't do so great yesterday. Damn, lost both times. That's good. It means there's a lot to learn, Lev's got his eye on him. Oh yeah. I completely forgot he said that. And I don't doubt he will. Oh, okay. He's up drinking all night. His eyes are still closed. He's gonna get blocked. But I guess this is the moment he needs to get that out of the way, that you need to open your eyes. It's mostly Kageyama at the moment. Said he'd be the one to block it. Those long arms, man.
前から猫間は速攻への対処が優れてるからな。加えて新入りミドルブロッカーのタッパプラス反応の速さが。
Declaring a challenge. Alright. Good to see Hinata, still in high spirits. Damn you, Kenma. You're perceptive. Damn it. Lev is doing pretty good for someone who's only just started playing. I got it again. Even the decoy, his reaction is pretty good. It's just a hurdle, Hinata. You can get over it. Yes. Yeah. That's what I want to hear. As much as I love Kageyama, I don't want Hinata just solely relying on him to carry the game. Uh-oh. They're gonna collide. Damn it. I guess he got caught up in the challenge from Lev. Yeah.
どうしたって商用が吹っ飛ぶんだからな。
ちゃんと周り見ろ。
Focus, Hinata.
ひなガラスに進化の
So he has a challenge on his hand. I mean, he knows Hinata wants to be the ace, although I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
ギュンの方の速攻。俺。目つぶんの。
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Evolution. That's what practice is for. This is the best place to do, to learn how to do it.
今のままじゃダメだ。
He can't because he's new to the game. That doesn't mean he can't learn to do it.
でも今すぐお前がそれをやるっつうなら、ミスると分かってるやつ。
Come on. What better place is there to do it? That's what the practice is for.
さっきの会話が何かわかんないけど、ひなたと影山くんがギクシャクし始めたの気のせいじゃない。
Yeah, Kageyama is being a bit of a hardhead here.
ひなたと東根がぶつかってから全員に緊張が走ってる。
Why would everyone else be on edge? I can understand Asahi, but... Oh, okay. I get it now, yeah. It wasn't just bumping into him, but what he said, you know, he can't stay the same. Applies to everyone else there. That explains the title of the episode, Greed, you know, but it's good here. It means Hinata will push them to become stronger. Just out with it, yeah. I mean, you are, but the potential is great. Exactly. Well put.
試すくらいならいいべ。ほら、前回猫マとやった時もぶっつけで普通の速攻できたわけだしさ。
あの時は普通の速攻ならできる可能性があったし、それしか突破口がないと思う。
That doesn't mean he can't learn to do it, Kageyama. Come on, man. You'd think Kageyama would be more open to this because they lost using the quick as it is now, so there's absolutely no reason to not try to be better.
正常戦でスパイカーの 100% の力を引き出すのがセッターだってちょっとわかる。
Yeah, but you're supposed to adapt to the players, Kageyama. It's not just your way or no way.
お前の意思は必要だ。
Man. No, it's not the truth. Staying the same is not going to achieve any victory. It goes back to what old man Neko had said before, you know, I think it was in the OVA that I watched, but they have a choice to make, is decide whether staying the same, you know, or evolving, and it's one or the other. Because staying the same is not an option. You literally just lost with that attack. But he does need to be able to make that split-second decision in midair, so Hinata, Kageyama needs to get on board. It's interesting. I don't know how realistic that is, considering how fast-paced the sport is. I mean, they're taking some liberties there in that he can see all of that so clearly, but I get what they're going for. When is the right time? I mean, his jump bumping into Asahi I get, but him wanting to open his eyes makes logical sense. I don't see how you can have a player expect to get to nationals with a player who can't open his eyes. I don't know, it just doesn't make sense, especially coming from the coach.
今更だけど、そっちも3年全員残ったんだな。お、
そっちは2日目に去年の優勝校と当たったんだ。京都のベスト8とかすげえな。
勝ち残んなきゃ意味ねえよ。
そうだな。
またな、ひなた。次も止めてやる。
負けねえし。
Hopefully you'll have grown a bit by then.
今回は本当にいい合宿でしたね。いろんな課題を見つけられた気がします。鵜飼君、
帰るっていや厄介な身内が帰ってくるんだよな。
Old man Yukai? I don't know. Kageyama is being very, very annoying this episode.
二人はまだ帰らないの？
やちさん、よかったらちょっとだけボール出してくれない？
私にできる？
影山の頭上に山なりのボール投げるだけ。
やってみる。
He's gonna try with his eyes open, isn't he?
ボールに気を取られてマックスのジャンプじゃない。
もう一回。
It's not hitting it. He keeps looking at the ball before he jumps. He's not. I guess he's not jumping to the highest point.
このできるかわかんねえ攻撃を繰り返すより今までの攻撃とかサーブとかブロックとか
The attack that just got blocked by a rookie. What aren't you understanding about this? Just got blocked, Kageyama. It just got blocked.
春高の一次予選は来月だ。その時武器になるのは完成された速攻と
How is it complete if it's not working? No, it's not. Stop. He's regressing back to his tyrant days where it's what I say goes or that's it.
必要なやつになら誰にだってトスを上げる。でも俺は今のお前が勝ちに必要だとは思わない。今でも
Yeah, Kageyama is just irritating right now. This is why he, and look, I know I probably get a lot of flack for saying he's not my favorite setter right now, but this is why, you know? Orikawa finds a way to make the set, you know, to set according to the actual spiker. For Kageyama, it's, you know, you have to do this the way I want it to be done. And that's not the making of a good setter. He still has a long way to go, but he feels as though he's the best.
私すぐそこのバス停だからここで大丈夫。ありがとう。
やちさん、ごめんね。
いいよいいよ、そんな。
Oh, got a bruise. Yeah, the fighting got pretty bad.
初めて友達じゃなく相棒ができた気がしてたんだ。
And your first fight with him. First real fight, anyway. You're just gonna leave Yachi on the street corner in the middle of the night? Although I suppose, you know, Japan is probably a hell of a lot safer than most.
あいつら春高予選も近いのに大丈夫なんすかね。
でもさ、あいつらの喧嘩って。
Well, this is the first real fight. The others haven't really been that. Coach needs to do or say something. That's his job. But sometimes I forget the coach himself isn't, you know, is new to this position as well. So they're all really just learning. I wonder how true this actually is. It's a split second. There's very little that you can see, or at least not see, but process in that moment. Ah, stop saying no. Try. Oh.
コーチ、 俺はどう練習すればいいですか？
Yeah, coach. All right, another great episode of Haikyuu. Some conflict. We haven't gotten any, really. Well, I guess Nishinoya and Asahi had their thing, but we weren't really there for it. We just witnessed it through flashbacks. So this is the first conflict that we're seeing with, live with the team and with our duo here that the team relies on. But I've got to say, this is the episode that puts Kageyama a level down for me. And as I said before, I know I probably get a lot of flack for not favoring him as a setter early on, because he seemed to be loved in the Haikyuu community. But he's really lacking for me as what is supposed to be a setter when I compare him to someone like Oikawa. So he's not my favorite person right now. I mean, all the arguments that he has made fall flat. He keeps saying, what's better to use, a complete quick or one that you're uncertain of. I don't see how the quick is complete if it keeps getting blocked. They successfully pull it off, but you're not getting any points. That should be incentive enough for you to say, okay, perhaps we need to try and do something differently. And the training camp was the perfect place to actually do that, because you're facing against opponents that you wouldn't otherwise know how to react to. When you keep practicing against the same individuals over and over again, you know what to expect, you know how to get around it. And that is the problem with the quick, because they've been using it in practice. They know how their other teammates would react or not react, and so they've been getting away with it. But when they actually use it in tournaments, it is going to get blocked. As it is now in its current state. So he said Hinata was being selfish, and in part it probably is true. Hinata, he said he wants to be valuable on the court. That part is selfish, but they do know that the attack is constantly being blocked without him being able to direct it, and to put it where he needs it to go to. So this seems like a win-win for both him and for the team to actually get better. And again, old man Neko actually had said it. I think it was in the OVA that I watched with Lev Haiba. He said the team, after their loss at the quarterfinals, he said the team needs to, either choose evolution or, decide whether what they have working with is the best thing. And right now, he chose to add Lev to the team despite Lev not having great synergy with Kenma. And it worked. It's working out. They're still learning how to work together as a team, but Kenma is doing his best to build that relationship with Lev so that they can get better. Hinata Kageyama, on the other hand, is not doing that. So right now, I'm sorry, as far as the setters go, even Kenma is a step above Kageyama for me right now. And watching the OVA and seeing how Kenma handled that situation, initially he was against it. And it wasn't pure. The thing with Kenma is, initially when he was against it, it wasn't because he didn't see value in it so much as his personality just, he's not good with people. And so I guess because of that, I could understand where he was coming from at the time. But even with that, that hurdle, which I think is a lot more harder to get over, his personality not, he doesn't mesh well with other persons. And Lev is the complete opposite of Kenma in terms of their personality, so it was difficult for them to get aligned. But he was able to overcome that and put that aside and say, okay, I'm going to make this work. There was no point where Lev, as energetic as he was and annoying sometimes, he always came to Kenma and said, I want to do this. And Kenma didn't turn him down at any point. So in contrast here with Hinata and Kageyama, and Hinata saying, okay, I need to do this to get better. And he's saying no, just right off the bat. It just put him down a level for me. So right now, honestly, Okawa and Kenma are the two best setters that I've seen so far. Kageyama is still below those two. I know I expect him to get better, but his attitude towards the players just isn't impressing me right now. So hopefully things will improve for that. It will improve. I think the coach is seeing the value in or seeing merit in Hinata's argument. And I mean, I don't know how realistic it is as far as players getting to the to the peak and actually seeing details over the net quite clearly. I know it's a split second, so the anime may be taking some creative liberties there and saying, okay, you can see the player's eyes clearly. So that may not be that realistic, but in that quick second, you may be able to perceive certain things. You won't be able to process the entire other side of the net, I don't think, but just enough so you can avoid the blocks, and that's all Hinata really needs, right? So I can't wait for, hopefully the coach gets on board with it, and if that happens, I can't wait to see Hinata becoming what I want him to become, because as I've said, he's I love Hinata. He's too reliant on Kageyama as it is right now. And I want to see him get better, and for him to get better, he needs this. The team needs this. So I can't wait to see how that works out. All right, guys, be sure to post down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode. Am I being too harsh on Kageyama? Be sure to post down below. Let me know. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.